So how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing well today. I hope life is treating you all well. I hope there's no major issues in your life. I need to check the volume settings real quick. So let's see what we got here. Let's get rid of this one. All right, we're in good shape. Okay, yeah, anyways, I just got back from a vacation. I just got back from a trip. I went down south to visit a friend in Missouri. And yeah, it was pretty good. Sort of, but then in a lot of ways it was horrible, and that's just the way life goes. So you gotta take the good with the bad. Is that a wrench he's holding? Yeah, and that emote, it's just a weird mod wrench. It's just a weird emote with the person holding a wrench. You know, I don't know. I've always thought it's weird. Hey, Danny John, 25 months in a row. That is intense. That is seriously intense. Thank you for the subscription. It is much appreciated. Because you're a subscriber, if you have any games on chess.com that you would like me to review, we can go on there right now and I will review them for you. Is that something you would like? We could talk about them live on stream. All right, let's do it. Basically, your job now is to go through your games, find one that you want a little interest that you're interested in, or you want to talk about, or a game that just passed that you want to go through, and we'll go through it because that's cool. I think that'll be a pretty cool use of our time. Let me log into my other chess.com account. I'll do my teacher account. Let's see. Do you have a game in mind? Is there one particular game that you would really like to check out? This will be cool. We haven't done this in a while. Okay, so let's go back to this. All right, we're all good. Have you found a game yet, Miss Danny John? Have you found a game you would like us to review? And I'm going to change this to the chess category because that's where we're starting. So we should definitely have us in the correct category. All right, let's go down here. No, we're not in fitness and health anymore. I'm sorry, we're in a different category. Chess. Okay, all right. Chris Rott. Okay, we will go check out this Chris or Stott or whatever, Chris R. Stott. We're gonna go check him out. All right, let's go over there. We'll go here. Gotta find it first. All right. Is this a game you're currently playing or a game that's over? You have a lot of games going on right now, let me tell you. All right, this must be a game that's already over. There it is. Chris R. Stott. Chris R. Stott. Okay, we got the game. I'm going to load it up so everyone can see, and we'll be in good shape in just a second. By the way, those of you who don't know me, my name is Agni James. I am a chess instructor, IRL. I do this for a living. I teach chess. I also come on to Twitch, and I stream. I stream chess, primarily guided meditations, because I'm big into the holistic scene and overall well-being and peace of mind, which is important for anyone, especially if someone struggles from mental health issues or whatnot. All right. Okay. Anyways, here we go. Let's load this shit up and have some fun so everyone can see. All right. Let's see if I have to wrestle with it or if it'll just do what I want it to do today. All right. It's going to require a little bit of wrestling. Got to do this kind of stuff. Window capture. Here we go. There we go. All right, we got it. Okay, so this is the game. And I'm going to move my camera because my camera is in a place where it shouldn't be. So we're going to move it down here for the time being. Let's move it up here, actually. This looks better. Okay, the camera is moved. We're good to go with that. Let's check out your game, Danny John. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is serious. We're going to review this. Okay, so here we go. This is Danny John's game. She was white, and she won by checkmate. All right, so we'll go to the beginning. Okay, she's an E4 player. They say E4 is best by test. All right, E4, E5, knight C3, knight F6. This is all standard. Knight F3, knight C6. So this right here is called the 4 knights defense. We have all 4 of our knights developed to their natural squares. The natural squares for a knight to develop to are these squares right here: C3, F3, C6, and F6. You gain the most central control, and they're the most active in these squares. This is a very solid setup. You're playing good so far. No issues. No issues. All right, so let's do this. All right, so then we have, yep, this is a great place for your bishop. You're targeting this weak F7 square. F7 is weak because the only defender of F7 is the king. So a lot of times you can get attacks here if you can get a second piece. Like people try stuff like knight G5 with the idea of honing in on this piece, right? And then it's a little annoying for black to try to defend this F7 square. All right. Were you honing in on F7? Was that one of your ideas, or were you just developing at that point? Like, why did you bring your bishop to F4 or to C4 instead of B5? You know, I like C4 better personally. I like what you like. So, all right. So they developed their bishop to B4. All right, fair enough. This is attacking the knight. The knight's currently got 2 defenders. They could take, but and they might say, well, look, we messed up your pawn structure, but it actually is not bad, because then you get rid of their dark square bishop, and you'll have this queen diagonal, so you're in good shape. All right. Yeah, beautiful. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Now you have this bishop diagonal open. Everything's looking good. This bishop is on the outside of the pawn chain. And this is something very important to note. You typically want your bishops on the outside of the pawn chain if you can. Danny John, you say, I don't like dealing with that, with the get out of here bishop. Yeah, I mean, you could have thrown in the get out of here bishop, but then they take whatever. I think your play is better because you open up the path of your dark square bishop. So that was a nice touch. All right. So then we're going to go back. We have that. They castled, which is pretty smart, right? This is a very vulnerable square. They don't want to deal with it, so they castle. Now you say the get out of your bishop. Now you're saying, all right, get out of your fucking bishop. You better figure out a path. So they take, and you take. Okay. Now a lot of people might say, oh my God, there are doubled pawns here, and there's an isolated pawn in A3. This is a major problem. But guess what? It's not a major problem. This is not a major problem at all. A lot of newer players don't understand this. The reason why this is not a big problem is because now Danny John has a big center. She can start getting these pawns pushed off, right? And start gaining real central control. This pawn is actually going to be valuable, all right? And this pawn doesn't have a target anytime soon. It's also keeping this knight from hopping in, assuming these pawns get traded off. This rook can slide over to B1 and exert a lot of pressure on the B file. I mean, this is not bad. This is actually stronger for white. If we could put this in the engine, I'd probably say, well, my guess is that white has a half a point to a point advantage. Let's see. Oh no, we have to go all the way back to the beginning? That's ridiculous. All right, well, let's see where we're at. Okay, so here we go. It's about even. It's actually about even. All right. It says it's even. 0.03, yeah, that's even. All right, well, whatever. But anyways, white's position is far better to play as a human. That's the main thing. Sure, I'm sure there's some computer lines that are going to say that black has is perfectly fine, and I'm sure there are. But if you're playing a 10-0 game or something, or like a game where you have to worry about speed, this is definitely going to be better. Okay, you say that's why I don't play B5. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. That makes sense, right? Okay, all right, cool. Let's continue. What's the deal here? Oh, because I'm not upgraded. It's not going to allow me to do that. That's kind of ridiculous. All right, we're going to have to go back then. And all right, we're just going to run through this game. Okay, all this is standard. Nothing big, right? They're pinning the knight to the queen. This is called a relative pin. You can move the knight if you want, but if you do, your queen's going to fall. So you probably don't want to move your knight. A relative pin is very different than an absolute pin. An absolute pin would be if the king was right here. You would not have the possibility of moving the knight because it would put your own king in check. All right. So we have all this. Okay. Now here they challenged you. What would have been better is hopping back to h5. All right. That would have been better because you maintain the pin. And then if they play g4, they're going to have a lot of air around their king. Their king's going to be weaker. You simply retreat your bishop to g6, and you're fine. You're in good shape, and their king is more exposed. But when you take, now look, their queen gained development, right? And sure, it's not going to take the knight, but if, like, imagine the rook coming over and the knight going somewhere else, you know, then all of a sudden there'd be major threats here, right? You just don't want to allow their pieces free development. This bishop is also close to coming in. Oh, this is actually you. I'm sorry, you were white here. Oops. Okay, all right, my bad. But yeah, anyways, good job. All right. Okay, so they made a little bit of a mistake. All right. Take. Bam. Break at the center. Beautiful. All right. This is all good. They're going in for the attack, but there's not much there. In this position, did you consider taking with your dark square bishop? You could have just snagged this knight. Pawn takes, you take, and you're in good shape, right? Taking here would have been better than just moving the king around. Here you took, they blundered the pawn. Their knight's pinned. All right, now you're exerting a lot of pressure on this pinned knight, which is great, but notice they are protecting with two pawns, which will be tough to break through. Okay, you probably missed it. All right. Okay, so let's go back. King moves over. All right, bishop comes in, right? Very aggressive. This is a very good move. Bishop's in, attacking the queen. The queen's protecting the bishop. This is where you want your light square bishop. Look how much. Oops! Look how much control and this bishop it has on this position. It's locking it down. All right. Looks. Oh, and then they just blunder their queen. Oh, they just blunder their queen. You missed it though. All right. Well, whatever. Take. You won the knight, so now you're in great shape. Take. Win the queen, and beautiful. Yeah, they're toast. Here, they actually could get away with taking the rook, right? Because what are you going to do with? Oh no, they can't because then you have this even. So beautiful, yeah. Nice job. This is cool too that you didn't freak out and move the queen, right? You just take, right? Because they got to get out of check. They can't go here, right? So they only have one option. Then we have this. Beautiful. Yep. I love that idea, right? Maybe king drops down and then we have mate, right? Pretty mate there, Danny John. That was nice. Nice work with that. All right. That was nice. I dig it. All right, I'm going to play a game on Lee Chess, and then we're going to go do some guided meditation. You ready for that? You pumped up? I'm going to play an anonymous game on Lee Chess. Let's do this. All right, you should all be able to see it. Yep, we're all good. All right, let's do this. I'm a D4 guy. I like to play D4. Queen's Gambit. Accepted or decline? Decline. All right, get this line. I'm looking at queen out here. So now I have two options. I can take with either the queen or the pawn. In this particular instance, I like the fact that the queen is exerting pressure on b7, keeping the bishop from coming out. So I'm going to just take with the pawn, solidify my structure. And now they don't have a dark square bishop to put here, so this pin could get annoying though. They might play something like this, but I want to keep this pin. See, Danny John earlier, you did not try to heat, so that pin is too much for them. I could get like real crazy and sack, right? But no, it's not going to be good long term. Let me check it out though. Take. I get 2 pawns. Their queen is being pinned. Guess maybe what, the king comes up to help defend, and then my queen come over here. It just seems a little too slow. I wonder. We'll have to check that out later and see if that was a decent line. But notice these are weak pawns. There's a lot of error around their king now. Okay, so we have that. He might try to take, which is fine. All right, let's see. We're going to go with this. I'm okay with him taking. Beautiful. I'll take this. I'll take this file any day. He just opened himself up. That's really cool. That was a big mistake on his part. Okay, so he's trying to defend like that. So I just need to get my other pieces into the game, and I'm in good shape. Let's go like this. So my idea is, well, we'll see. Maybe get my bishop over here, exert some pressure. Doesn't do much. Funny thing is, I could still castle kingside. Just seems like a little bit of a waste. So yeah, he just basically did nothing there. Let's improve my position. He's kind of blocked in. His queen is having to play major defense right now. All right, sliding the rook over to defend up, try to defend everything. Maybe this is the Maybe this is the break I need. It's going to put my king in a very vulnerable situation, but it just might be what I need. It's a very aggressive move. I'm going with it. That doesn't look right. But it does not look right. He's trying to get rid of this knight, maybe. All right. Take it. He's going with the pawn. Let's get my queen more in the action. Oops. That's a problem. We still have this idea. Ugh. Just gave back that pawn. He might grab this one. Well, he should have grabbed up there. And now we just got some chess being played. How's he going to defend this? If he defends like this, I got this. Now he's got to what? Play something like this. And I got all the activity in the world. All right. So we'll do... Oh, he's got that idea. But I have this. Look how pretty that is. Get out of here, bishop. Take. So now it's a cool endgame, actually. He really wants to go in for this endgame. All right, cool. I can win this endgame. I think that's a mistake. Yeah, he's not winning this endgame. Because we're gonna have to trade rooks. I'm sacking the pawn. This pawn's gonna come through. All I gotta do is do this. And I win. There we go. That's a good victory. All right. That was a really cool endgame. Danny John, what did you think of that endgame? I thought that was a pretty neat one. Yeah, that was neat. It was neat on many levels because I sacked the pawn up there, and I just win it. I'm a really good endgame player, so that was fun for me. Let's see. Let's see where we're. Let's go to analysis board. Yeah, I mean, I knew I had a 2-point edge here, right? I was mauling here. It wants me to take here. Interesting. All right. But I did this. Everything's still winning. This is all winning. Yep, second best move. Okay, queen over. Didn't like that move. Yeah, I missed that. That was the one miss I have. But I still have a point advantage. All right. Yep. And this was the key. This was the winning idea. Unbelievable. F5. None of the other moves were nowhere near as good. This puts me up almost a full rook, right? Bam. He's got to retreat. Then I'm over. I played this endgame perfectly. Look at that. Take. Up 5. Take. Yep. This is all perfect. Yep. That's perfect. I was wondering. I knew that was good. I didn't know it was perfect. Push. Yep. That was the best. Push. Yep. That was the best. And then rook over, king over, take. And then, oh, it wanted me to bring my Rook over. I don't really see it that being that much better. This was a way to win too. You know, this way works just as good. Take, and then you can't get in. The idea is the king's going here. This pawn is pushing all the way up, and this pawn is going to get taken if it ever gets too far, and this pawn is blocked by the other a pawn. So cool. All right. There we go. Oh, Noger. Hey, bud. Good to see you, man. Noger is a friend of mine from New York City. He's a good dude. He's a philosophy streamer on Twitch. He's the only guy I know that comes on and reads academic philosophy to the masses on Twitch, which is pretty awesome. It doesn't happen very often. It does not happen very often, man. I'm glad you got to see some of that, brother. That was that was a cool. It was cool because it was a cool end game. You know, I mean. The rest of the game was pretty decent. It was fine, you know, but the end game in particular was cool. He was moving too quick in the end game. The end game's a time to buckle down and really slow down and you know, do your best. All right, okay, so we are gonna hop into. Oh, by the way, everyone check out Noger. Drop him a follow. We'll give a shout out to him as well. Noger, I just got back from Missouri. I just got back from Missouri. It was a pretty interesting trip. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to do some meditation now. It's working for me. So you say it, Noger's link is deleted. It should be working. It should be working. I see it twice. I see it once on the stream under the Stream Elements bot, and I see it once. I saw it once up at the top. So, okay. Well, whatever. It should be good. You know where to find Noger. It's Noger0. Noger0, by the way. Okay. I think we are in good shape. So yeah, let's fucking do this. Are you ready for some peace and relaxation? Is everyone ready for some peace and goddamn relaxation? I know I sure am after the trip I just had, all right? So let's do this. Take a slow, deep inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. And a slow, deep exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. And a slow, deep inhale through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. And a slow, deep exhale through your mouth, lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breathing. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Keep your awareness on your breathing. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being and reside for a while in conscious awareness before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Stay true to your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon, and return your focus to your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening their own internal light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity has reunited as one once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. Keep your vision on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing from your mind. And return your awareness to your breathing. In this next part, we're going to go down below the level of thought. Our minds are constantly racing with thoughts of the past and the future. Thoughts about things we shouldn't have done or things we should do. Positive thoughts, negative thoughts, every type of thought. But for a moment, I ask you to lay aside all thought and travel below. To the place within our heart chakra that exists, more foundational than thought. To the place within our heart chakra that exists in a state of perfect being. Stay present at this location. Not allowing thoughts of any kind to intrude on this holy place. In this place, you experience the state of perfect monism. And in this place, all is one. Take a few breaths, settling in to this place of perfect love. Take a few breaths, realizing the divine presence within you. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your evolution. Keep your attention directed on your breath count. When thoughts enter your mind, gently release them and return to your breathing. On your next inhale, go all the way down to the centermost location of your essence. Go to the place where your essence flows the strongest. To the place of perfect love residing at the core of your being. To the place where you flow eternally from the source of all creation. Go here to this place. Basking in the glory of your conception of God. Embracing all the divine attributes of the Creator. bypassing any misinformation from faulty scriptures. Reside for a while in this holiest of places. Allowing yourself to stay for one more moment at this center point. Focusing all your attention on this center. When you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you recall your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. At your center, you recall your divine purpose. Which is to help others remember the love which exists inside of them. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye vision. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your lives. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am truly honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I hope you each got something out of this meditation. I hope you feel more peaceful and loving. I hope you feel more centered and grounded. And I hope you feel less fear and anxiety than you did prior to the meditation. So thank you all so much. All right, that was a 28-minute meditation. 28 minutes, which is good. A little bit shorter than usual, but I think it was appropriate. JT, you say, you'll take the peace of the priest. Peace of the priest. Who's the priest? Yeah, Eris, man. Aristotle. Big shout out to Aristotle. Thank you so much for that raid, brother. I'm all zenned out right now, but I will do my best to give you a nice shout out. That was much appreciated. Unnecessary, but super, super appreciated. Those of you who don't know, Eris is a good friend of mine, and he's a fellow philosopher. He has a PhD in philosophy and is a college professor. I have a minor in philosophy and am not a college professor. And so we do some different things with our lives. But I still have quite the passion for philosophy. I love philosophy. I've done a ton of it in my life, and I think there's a tremendous amount of value in learning philosophy. So I promote other philosophers whenever I can. Okay, so I think we are all good with that. Let's see who's... Hey, Noger! Speaking of another philosopher, I just got done talking about Eris and how I promote philosophers when I can, because there's a lot of value in learning philosophy. And as philosophers, sometimes we joke around and say there's not, but no, there absolutely is. Right? We definitely have. We can definitely get people to ask better questions, right? At the end of the day, we might not. It's like that's what we say, right? We don't come to any conclusions necessarily, but we get people to think more critically and ask better questions, more refined questions, which are important, right? In analytic philosophy, we also try to clean up language. We try to avoid ambiguity and vagueness. We want to really hone in on what each person is trying to say, and so we can pursue truth. Even if we are just Sisyphus at the end of the day, pushing that boulder up the hill, right? Even if there is some pretty strong epistemological skeptic arguments, we do what we can. We do what we can to try to learn, to try to grow, to try to evolve, and to try to help the people around us. Right? At the end of the day, that's what it's about. So you can help people through teaching them philosophy. You can help people through being a good friend. You can help people through yoga, teaching them yoga or meditation. We all have our ways to help people, right? Chess. I think chess is a way to help someone, right? And that's that's more debatable, but I still think you can learn a lot about life from chess. Okay. Anyways, let's see who's out there in the Twitch universe. Who's all out there? Whoa, a lot has changed. A lot has changed since I've been out there, man. Who is out there who we could raid? Dalitophalis is out. I have not raided that guy in ages. I have not raided this man in many years. Well, not years, obviously, but I don't know. I'm exaggerating a lot of things tonight. I don't know why. Like, do any of you ever just go through like a day? You just have like a day here or there where you just exaggerate a lot of things. Okay. Anyways, let's raid this buddy of mine. Dasif. I never can fucking spell this guy's name. All right, where is he? He is Dolich. 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 There he is. All right, cool. And look who else just popped in. Victor Sor. Hey, good to see you, friend. How's it going? He said, indeed, a lot of people go for cheap and easy gambits in chess, but if you learn how to keep your cool and refute the logical inconsistencies in them, it's like a life lesson. Yeah, right? It's just like a life lesson. Think about all the people that go for the cheap and easy moves in life, right? But you play solid chess. This is what I teach. I always teach my students to play solid chess, because at the end of the day, if you can just defend, if you can just do a little bit of defending, and you know how to defend, like things like the Smith-Morra Gambit, which can actually be pretty annoying to defend sometimes. But if you know how to defend it, at the end of the day, you're going to be up a pawn, and you're going to have decent chances, right? Because you'll be up a pawn. Good to see you, Victor Sor, man. Those are some cool games that you posted in Discord, man. I like those games, dude. You showed that guy went for the pawn, and then he went go for the rook or something, or the knight, or the bishop. I forget what other piece, but he went for the pawn, and then he went for another piece, and yeah, your attack was so pretty, man. That was a nice smooth attack. You just got all your pieces right in the right patterns, and you just went for it, man. That was cool. That was a strong attack. Okay, Victor. So we're just actually finishing up for the day, man. We're gonna go raid. I can never say this guy's name, Delitophalis or whatever. But anyways, we're going to raid him. Thank you all so much for joining me in this meditation. Eris, thank you again so much for that raid. That was super, super kind of you, man. Much appreciated. What else happened? Danny John, thank you for the subscription. 25 months. That's pretty badass. That's a long time. I've been streaming a long time, and you've been there with me, helping run everything with the moderation skills. You got good moderation skills, so nice job with that. And yeah, so thanks again. I will see you all later. And yeah, peace be with you. Be kind. Try to be kind to the people around you. Try to be loving when you can, and just do the best you can. Namaste.